again, welcome back to me, welcome back to Thailand, True Blue Thai from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. It is 1 Jan here in Thailand and it is just about to rain, I maybe think. So you might have heard a bit of fun clapping. What's it called? So, because well, it's with me clapping as well, because we've had a fantastic weekend. We're top of the league, we're top of the league, we're top of the league. Manchester City ladies are top of the league, and the men go winning 3-0 against Liverpool. So the Manx versus Scouser weekend, etc., is paid as another great weekend for Manchester City. Last weekend, all 4 teams won, the EDS and the under 18s. This weekend, the Man City men win 3-0 against Liverpool, and the ladies win 2-1 against Everton, and go to top of the league because United lost, and Chelsea drew with Arsenal. Could have lost, and so City's jumped top of the league, and with a 2-1 victory over the Toffees. So the Mancunians against the Scousers weekend, etc., was perfect for us. It really was, and we're And even though, for instance, when it came down to the extra time, because I was watching it on W Sport, which is women's sport thing over here. I don't know if you guys know about it, but I was watching it on that, for instance, live, great. And then when they had the 6-minute Xavier, and I saw the guys in the tunnel for the guys, I'm thinking, my God. And then as soon as it finished, the guys coming out and we're doing Remembrance Someday and everything. So, but wonderful. So, but I'm drained. I really am. I'm drained. Yeah, because I didn't get bed until about 2 o'clock this morning. I was up at 7 because it was cold. Cold for me is about 25 degrees. So and it's been a beautiful sunny day, lovely, really hot, sunny, feel the sun. And but my Alexa said yesterday it's going to rain about early afternoon, and I just heard a big thunderclap over the top over there. So you might hear a bit of thunder while you're here. But other than that, it's been amazing. See, we've still got a bit of a sniffle. But how are you doing? How are we doing today? For instance, we're top of the league. We're top of the league. Yes, absolutely. And again, because we're picking up this point. Not fantastic again, not great, but we're picking up the points. I don't know about the WSL table, for instance. Again, this just seems weird. But the thing is, I can criticise City and our performances, etc. But the thing is that United, I didn't expect to go to Villa and lose against Villa. The Arsenal-Chelsea game, etc. That's something else. But very well attended. But for instance, but again, we can't go to any game. For instance, thinking that we're going to win, and just because they're a team at the bottom of the league, because again Everton played well, and or did Manchester City again drop off? Did we not see the problems that what Everton was giving us? Because again we started off absolutely amazing again. So for instance, when Vivian Niedermar, for instance, and getting that first goal and everything was brilliant, and then suddenly we decided to we kind of dropped off. And so for instance, allowed them back in to score. Great goal for them, etc. But for Everton, the Toffees, and for instance, but Bunny, who needed a goal as far as I'm concerned, got her goal, and so great. So really happy in the end. We held on. And and it's great to see Lauren Hemp back, etc. But again, we can't. I think, for instance, we've got to stop. We need to keep that pressure on, and we're allowing teams back in, and it will come up stuck against if we're not careful. It really is. But we're saying that though, for instance. But let's be positive. Let's be positive. So let's talk about. Let's go for the what was done and what was said, etc. And then we can chat on the way. So Man City moved to the top of the Premier League, the Women's Super League table, with a battling 2-1 win over Everton. It was a battling one. Vivian Niederman saw us ahead of 20 minutes after she split through Everton's defence before coolly sliding over the ball past Emily Ramsey. Yeah, because between the first 20 minutes, Man City were everywhere. Started off fantastic. Everton couldn't even get that out of the net. It wasn't going to getting the ball in the City outward was a rarity. In the first 20 minutes, both sides looked dangerous on the attack when Tony Payne provided a problem on the wing, and it wasn't long before she set up the equaliser for Kaylee Gale with 5 minutes to go before half 5 minutes of the first half to go. After going in all square after the break, City came out fighting and we searched for a winner, and Bunny Shaw rose highest again to get it to Eliza Olabi cross and folded the ball into the net. The game had seen plenty of chances both sides, and a few and in the last few minutes weren't short of them. Weren't short of them as the tension in the air grew, but the relief was when the whistle blew and we recorded the 7th straight WSL win under Andree Yamasita. Is that his name? Is that his name? Have I said his name right? Yamasita. Yeah. So the thing is, and again they hit the post from a long range shot, but inside of the post. But I thought Yamasita was very, very good. By the way, let's see how we lined up. So we started off Yamasita, Kasparai, Nak, Pryor came on the 61st minute for her. Welcome back, Rebecca. Rose, Osabi, Miedema, what's it called? She was brilliant. Loham came on for her on the 80th minute. I couldn't stand that one. Bleak and Brown, Grace Clinton came on the 80th minute. Welcome back to Grace. Hazagawa, Benny, Fujinio, Ben, Lauren Hemp came on the 61st minute. Welcome back, Lauren. Subs not used: Kerry Keating, Obrod, Combs, Weatherup, and Thomas. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sniffing. Right. So let's go through the game. Anyway, so let's see what happened. So City would be looking to take advantage of yesterday's London derby, which saw Arsenal and Chelsea play out a 1-1 draw, with the WSL game against Toffees providing a perfect opportunity to leapfrog to the summit of the WSL table. Our intent was to clear from the kickoff, and we'd get off on a strong foot. Stronger start was the goal, and Bunny Shaw would go straight into the action as she hurtled down the Everton goal, but a shot was close from close range, but denied by Ramsey. Yeah, I thought Bunny needed a goal. I'm so happy she got a goal because she looked a different player. She played more different passes as soon as she got that goal. Goals are confidence for a play like Bunny Shaw. She's a striker. We dominated there early on, but couldn't provide the opener until the 21st minute when Niedermeyer found the net. It was Emma Beanie's pinpoint pass which allowed our numbers 10 to bolster through the Toffees defence before calmly slotting before Ramsey to the break and the deadlock, and recorded her 90th win WSL goal. The host had threatened throughout the first half, with Payne providing a troublesome in her pace, looking to expose the back line, and it was the Toffees forward who helped set up the equaliser on the 40th minute as she crossed the ball into the path of Gaggio, who flicked into the bottom corner with the impressive back heel. But the thing is, what's the goal? Because they couldn't get a sniff in our half. The only thing they could do is long ball. But the problem is, every time they put the long ball in, etc., it was quite advantage for them, etc. So, and that was a warning to City, which we didn't actually heal. And they kept knocking into the long ball to that lady, for instance. She fell on a few occasions, and for instance, which causes but that were the warning signs, and I'm surprised we didn't heed to those warning signs. Because it was the Blues continues and it was the Toffees forward who helped set up the 40th minute as she crossed the ball into the path of Yuzu, who flicked onto the bottom corner with an impressive back heel. Yeah, it was a good goal. There's nothing I can do. Say, for instance, Yamasita couldn't do anything about it. It was a goal, but again, it was always coming, that kind of goal. The Blues continued to press Everton's defence after the break, with us forcing a chance to get again, but unable to find all the way through. But it was the Super Bunny Shaw found the net on the 51st minute in a trademark style as she rose the highest from Leia Ozabi cross and fired the bullet header past the keeper to restore our lead. And as the next 20 minutes passed, you could feel the tension building in the air, both sides pushing for the next goal, with Everton going close. That's the one which they hit the post. The Toffees picked up the ball on the touchline, squaring the ball to Kizagawa, who looked to nail it on to score, but Yamasita effort was saved from close to end. Yeah, that was a really, really good save. She did. Toffees continued to threaten us late as they look to pinch the equaliser, but Yamasita stood strong between the sticks. Yeah, she was brilliant. Despite constant pressure, we defended heroically to collect a 7th straight win, which moves us to the top of the division. Super Viv, yes, Vivian. You got. She needs a shout out. I was surprised that she came off. She was brilliant throughout the entire game. Vivian Neva extended her record at the top of WSL history as she netted her 90th minute goal at Goodison Park. Our number 10 leads the line following the Bethany England 84 and Nika Paris and Frank Kirby at 72 and Beth Mead 70 completing the top 5. Rebecca Canup is back. Rebecca returned to City's starting lineup for the first time this season following her recovery from injury. The German defender last played for the Blues in the victory over Palace in the final day of last season. Lauren Hemp, great to see her, also featured. She came on the 61st minute substitute as England winners return to action for the first time since the win over Spurs in September. Both received a fantastic reception for away fans as they made their return. Bunny Shaw, trademark header against Everton, sees her becoming a joint top scorer in the league this season. I think she's got 5 goals. Melvina Malda also scored 5, whoever she is. Okay. What does it mean? Right, 2-1 victory over Everton extends our WSL winning run to 7 consecutive games, which we saw. Which saw the Toffees push us right to the end. The 3 points in the Merseyside see us jump to the top of the table for the first time this season with 21 points. Up next, we've got the Rags next week. The Joel Stadium at 2:30 kick-off the UK time, and that's going to be a tough game. But no, that was a quick rough going through the game. But again, I thought, for instance, Man City overall, we were the better team by far. But I thought, for instance, again, we did. For instance, I wouldn't say we did. We did allow Everton to get back in the game, and again, for instance, this is another thing that I just don't understand how the the WSL table, because honestly, there's so many. In Liverpool didn't look too bad when we beat Liverpool. Played Liverpool. West Ham gave us a problem last week, and Everton this week, etc. So, but again, we preserved, we stayed. Yamasita stepped up, and to Pervez. Great to see the players coming back, etc. Whether we needed the full squad back, certain players back, etc. But we've got to keep up that pressure. I really do. But at the moment, right now, I'm delighted because we're top of the league and we're only with 1 defeat. And again, you've got to pick up points, and sometimes, whether we deserve to be top of the league, whether we played the best football, who knows? To me, for instance, I'm proud to be top of the league. I'm proud to be where we are compared to where we were last season, and I'm also happy to see players coming back. We need Mary Fowler, for instance. I think I'm still thinking about Caroline. I don't know where Caroline is, and I think we've got someone else out as well. But at the moment, etc., seeing players coming back, etc., is important. Manton unbeaten in their run in 8-game competitions, providing a 1-0 victory over West Ham. But absolutely fun. That was West Ham, wasn't it? I'm very happy. I should be. Again, I'm a little bit tired because, again, for instance, I was stressed out because of the City Liverpool game. Plus, also, for instance, I didn't get to bed until God knows 2:30. So and so I am a little bit. I think again, for instance, I'm going to do a player ratings tomorrow, and I'll put that on on YouTube as well as so we'll have a video chat about the players, and for the first time, because I don't do a player ratings for the ladies, which I like to do for the men, but I've started doing that. I'm going to start doing that from tomorrow. See what Andree says. Andree Yagelev's praised City's ability to win in different ways after we recorded a half-vote 2-1 win over Everton. Goals from Viva, Niedermeyer, Kadini, Body Shaw, either side of Grace Kelly. Either side of Kelly's Gaggio equaliser helped us to a 3 points over at Goodison Park. The victory was our 7th top flight success in succession and has moved up to the back at the top of the league. For the Blues head coach, our position at the top of the table provides satisfaction and evidence of our improvement under his stewardess. Right, true. But he says also he's delighted to see the great performance of them on the Merseyside as we battled valiant for a victory. True. And of course, it was nice to show that we are doing at least something right, he says, declared. Yeah. But the thing is, it was also important to see the team understand we don't need 70% of the game. Which, that said, I could also protect our goal, keeping free from great chances. As it's important to us, Rebecca Canap and Lauren Hemp both made their returns from injury in their successes over Everton. Our success over Everton. German defender Rebecca started the Goodison Park and played for an hour in what was her first minutes of the season after recovering from an issue picked up in the 2025 Euros. Hem did not feature in the win over Spurs since September, or hasn't featured, but was introduced in the second half substitute against the Toffees. And Andree said it was important to have key figures back for election. True. He also added it's important to have them back. We have a squad of good players now, and Alex Greenwood is out. We need to get Alex and Rebecca, and need to get Rebecca back in the game. She did very well coming on for Lauren. Also, coming back in, of course, and fantastic for us and give us extra dimension. True, and this is probably it. We got strength in depth now. We've got a competition for places, which is good, and we can change things around. So there's a lot of reasons to be cheerful. It really was. I don't want to be negative, etc. I think we got, but we need to keep that pressure on. Really do. Let's see what the BBC says about it. So let's have a look at the match stats. Okay, that can calm me down a little bit. So the possession was with 53% possession of 46. Shots off target, 10 for Everton, 16 for City. So we had more shots off target. They had 5 on target, and City only have 4. So goalkeeper saves, we had to do more than them. So, but we are playing away again. For instance, we've still got to win the game regardless. And we are. We did. I wouldn't say struggle to beat Liverpool, but we beat Liverpool, but we weren't perfect. But we are playing at Liverpool. We are playing at Anfield. We are playing at Goodison Park. So, for instance, we've got. Again, we are winning games. And again, for instance, if we drop points in the WS, etc. Things can all change. But being where we are right now, I've got to be happy. I really have, and so I've got to tell myself be happy. So you've got to tell me be happy. True. But let's have a look at what the BBC has had to say. Manchester City boosted their Super League titles as they moved to the top of the table with a half-full Everton win. Chelsea dropped points and over Arsenal. Vitamin again the Visitors League in the 21st minute, but Carpet wiped out their advantage when she skillfully flicked through Tony Payne's cross to a dumbfounded Yamasita. Kennedy Bonishaw restored the Visitors' lead in the 55 minutes, leaping above Rion Ishawaka to head home later as Azabi delivery. The Toffees pushed hard in the search for a second, and City had to Woodward to thank for the denied a long wage threat from Ona Vinola, which while Yamasita made fine saves from Kizagawa. City's victory was 7th in a row and moved Andree Gallagher's side to a point clear of second place Chelsea. Everton meanwhile dropped to 10th, just 4 points behind above West Ham in the relegation zone. Again, you wouldn't think these teams are relegated. Analysts both teams fought hard. With Chelsea dropping points early, the City knew they had to win. So Jürgen's team started brilliant, but they kept playing carefree football, and Mida might open the scoring with a calmly strong slotted pass to Emily Risey after running onto a superb through the ball from summer signing Imabini. As Everton grew confident thanks to Gillo's equaliser, Shaw missed several opportunities before pouncing on the header to make Prav decisive. And despite looking brittle at times, City found a way to win and boost their bid to their first title since WSL title through 17. Although Yellow Gazette will be well aware the season is still in early stages, which is true, absolutely true. Again, I can't be too disappointed. We did win the game. We are finding ways to win the game, as Andree says. Again, wasn't perfect. Again, we're winning away, which again, you picking up, you've got to win away. We got the big game next week. It's because I'm thinking about United next week more than anything else. Thinking that, for instance, if we drop past Danders down. But again, they went away to Aston Villa and lost. So there you go. So there's a lot to think about. But at the end of the day, we're top of the league. We've got to be pleased with that compared to last season where we were. And for instance, where we finished, etc., and the injuries we got, we're getting players back, excellent. So we've got to be pleased. So I've got to cheer myself up. I'm going to do a player rating thing tomorrow, and see if I can have a relax, have a rest. Because again, for instance, I've been nervous all the way through. For instance, because of the Liverpool game and the Everton game, and now I can relax a bit and and have a sleep, and then I'll have a think about and then be proud. Sometimes you got to step back and look and say, this could be a lot worse, and it's a lot better. So I don't think we're coming into the season, etc. We weren't the favourites, we weren't second favourites, and probably weren't even third favourites. The mere fact that we're sitting pretty at the top of the league, we've got to be delighted for that. So for right now, congratulations to the ladies, congratulations to the men, and I'll catch you tomorrow. So like and subscribe to Blue Tie. Tell me what you think, what's on your mind. Am I right? Am I wrong? Are you nervous about the game coming up against United? And I'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care.